Yep.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Judy has the copies.
Yes, she does. Signed it. No.
Well, you have the real
Was
copy
he her?
for Jeremy to sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
The time is 7:55. We're back from our 20-minute recess. We're going to call back to order the Grand County Change in Form of Government Study Committee meeting. Today is August 12th, Monday, 7:56. We're going to call back to order. At this time, we are going through the final version of the recommendation and report. Item B redlined with 8-12 2019 meeting discussion notes. We're going to go through it starting on page 1, and if we have any questions, comments, or changes, let us know. What you have in front of you is a red line copy, meaning there are some things that are taken out. If it has a line through it, it means it's been taken out, and if it's just red text, it means it has been added in or replaced. So we'll go through it. Page 1, in your background, we've got language stricken or other attempts, and the word have, and adding study having. So it reads, it served the citizens of the county well and survived several votes to
Study having the form changed.
study having the form changed. I don't know, maybe we'll just have people read through them and see if there's any changes or anything that's wrong, or do we want to read through them together? I don't know what's going to be.
This is working.
Okay, perfect. The next change, paragraph 2, last sentence. Several aspects of Grand County form of government, and we are striking are not allowed under the new statute, and instead replacing it with the language may not be included in the new form of government recommendation. Next, we replace number 4 with general county modified structural form of government, period, and strike the previous number 4. In the next paragraph, or the next section, the study committee, the first sentence, the Grand County Change in Form of Government Study Committee, comma, with the added language as authorized by the voters in a 60.9% affirmative vote in 2018, comma. There are no other changes on page 1. Does anyone see anything on page 1 that we would like to add or change? Okay. Moving to page 2. 4 paragraphs in, we have chose to strike the language the voters chose in an election in November 2018 to form a study committee. So that language is stricken. Additionally, 2 paragraphs down below, we have stricken the language by statute, so that the last sentence of that paragraph reads, the county attorney is limited from providing legal assistance to the committee, so the budget is being used primarily for hiring outside legal counsel to draw up the necessary documents outlining the recommendation and its implementation. Lastly, on the end of page 2, probably spacing has been deleted. Do we have any other changes on page 2? Seeing none, we'll move to page 3. Section, Committee Methodology and Public Outreach. We have inserted a new second sentence. It reads, second and third sentence. It reads, all committee meetings were advertised in advance as well as posted as legally required. Meetings were open to the public, carried live over the internet, and public comment was welcome at the podium at every meeting. That language has been added. In the next paragraph, okay, where's the typo at?
Right in the middle, interviews of elected officials and one former elected officiant.
We cut that on the clean copy.
Okay.
Thank you.
We've also added a colon after the first sentence of the second paragraph, events colon. Down below, we've reformatted, here are the survey results. Now, event location is first, number of surveys are afterwards, with number abbreviated to NO period.
We fixed the margins on the clean copy.
Okay, margins are fixed, and surveys were returned on time has been added. Any additional pages or any additional edits on page 3? Page 4. We've reorganized these sentences, so I'll read through them to agree with subject verb tense.
On page 3.
Oh.
Last sentence.
Okay.
Again, we have 3 times more interest, and interest isn't the right word, I would say support.
So Grand Center Open House,
Yes.
change the word interest to support.
Probably good.
I agree.
Any other changes on page 3? Moving to page 4. Again, these are altered so that they agree subject to verb tense. A governing body with 5 or 7 members was virtually a tie, period. There was little or no support for a governing body with 3 or 9 members. Paragraph 2. Part-time status was preferred, 3.5 times more than full-time status.
Very good.
Paragraph 3. A combination of voting by districts and at large was preferred, 1.7 times more than voting by all at large, comma, which came in second. Voting by all districts had virtually no support. Paragraph 4. Council with appointed manager was preferred 3 times more than the next choice, expanded commission. Paragraph 5. A governing body with 5 members was twice as popular as one with 7. A governing body with 3 and 5 members
3 or
It should be
9,
or.
it should be or, 3 or 9 members.
Yeah.
Had virtually no support.
had virtually no support. Paragraph 6. Part-time was 5 times more popular than full-time. Sure.
Should we,
Go ahead.
should we say part-time governing body members?
Part-time status?
Part-time status. We've used the reason why part-time status, we've said part-time status a couple times. It's
Okay.
That works.
okay, add part-time status. Paragraph 7. A combination of voting by districts and at large was preferred, about 1.5 times over the next, all at large. Paragraph 8. Council with appointed manager was preferred 6 times more than the next. Paragraph 9. A governing body with 5 or 7 members virtually tied.
Right.
Paragraph 10. Part-time was preferred 9 times more than full-time.
Part-time status. Okay.
Paragraph 11. A combination of voting by districts and at large was 1.5 times preferred over at large, with the rest of the language stricken.
So just because we're doing this, we don't have to come back, so it's part-time status was preferred, are you gonna put behind full-time status, or just full-time? Because I don't care, I don't wanna have to come back, because we didn't ask that question.
That's right.
To add it,
Do you have to add status? Okay,
I think that's a good one.
I don't wanna get in there and look at it and think, okay, we should have done that, so.
On the one right
All right,
below
I
that,
see that, okay.
And again, up above.
I got it, I got 2 of them.
Okay.
Got it.
okay? Walt?
on the one right below that where it says voting districts at large was preferred, could we say approximately instead of about?
For which, let's read the statement. The sentence
A
paragraph.
combination of voting by districts and at large was preferred about 1.5 times over the next, say approximately instead of.
It's under Spanish Valley.
Well, where's about?
Right below where we just wrote.
Sure, a
status.
combination of voting by districts and at large was approximately 1.5 times preferred over at large?
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
Preferred approximately, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And let me suggest again, that 1.5 times over all at large, over the next,
Right,
or the next most popular.
right, straight, that's right. Which one are we on, Castle Valley?
Same one that we.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Spanish Valley.
say it again?
Well, let's get rid of the next, and the comma,
Overall at large.
yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Any other changes?
Under Castle Valley, I don't know what,
That was,
council with appointed manager was preferred 6 times more than the next most, or the next most selected.
I think
Because-
the next word.
I think next
Okay,
works.
next works, okay, great, okay.
You
For-
didn't have to list what it was, if you.
Well, 6 times is significant,
Sure.
so,
For
Fourth-
the next option.
Okay.
Choice.
The next choice. There you go.
Got it?
Better.
4th of July booth event.
Oh, I think I had one.
Oh.
Real quick.
I
above
read
4th of
Castle Valley.
Yeah, under Castle Valley, under a combination, that fourth
Yeah.
piece. I think where the word preferred is, we're using it at different places. Sometimes we say
Was
preferred 1.5 times instead of 1.5 times preferred.
No,
Do you
It's-
leave it?
It's okay.
All right.
Okay, 4th of July booth event. Council with appointed manager was first, expanded commission was second, not seconded, and council with elected executive was third. Striking that language. A governing body with 5 members was twice as popular as the next, with 7 members, with little interest in 3 or 9 members. Part-time status was twice as popular as full-time status. So we're going to add in the word status there. Finally, voting all at large was slightly more popular than a combination of voting by districts and at large, period, striking the remaining language. Any other changes on this page? Moving on to page 5, other surveys. Council with appointed manager received twice as much support as the next forum, the expanded commission, period, striking the remaining language.
Yeah, can we say next most popular form?
The next most popular form? Okay.
Yep.
Paragraph 2. A governing body with 7 members had 1.4 times more support than a governing body with 5 members, which was second, period. There was little support for 3 or 9 members.
Part-time status.
Part-time status was 6 times more popular than full-time status. A mixture came in second place with less than half the support for part-time status. Adding in status 3 times.
I think
Here.
it should be of instead of for.
Okay.
With less than half the support.
Yes.
That's okay.
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Four's
Par-
okay.
Paragraph 4. A combination of voting by districts and at large versus all at large virtually tied in support, striking the 1 tick mark difference. They both had nearly 4 times more support than voting by district, all by district. Moving down to form of government, we've added the language, quote, the 3-person commission was ranked lowest among all forms. Next, we've stricken representatives and replaced it with governing body members. We've also stricken members on, so either 5 or 7 had major support, while 3 or 9 members little support.
Had little
And we
support.
did fix that in the, so why did we strike members?
We struck members because the governing body members states we're
Oh.
deciding how many people we're going to have. So either 5 or 7 had majority support, while 3 or 9 had little support.
We should strike.
We could strike members
in there too.
again.
Strike it in both places.
Okay.
Full versus part-time status. Part-time status had significantly more support than full-time status. So that's been added. We've reworded this next header. Voting by districts versus at-large. Governing body members elected at-large were by a combination of both districts and at-large had major support, while there was little support for all elected districts.
Elected by district.
Elected by district.
I
Elected
wonder
by districts.
if it ought to be district singular, combination of both district and at large. Otherwise, it could be looking at both districts.
Yeah, it should be district singular.
District
So
singular.
the first one is district. The second one is district.
Huh?
In the title, it would be plural, but in the sentence, it would be singular.
Little support
think it's
for all
singular.
elected by district.
I think it's singular
Yeah.
both places.
The last one is lose the S.
But what about the title?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Remember on the next header, we deleted language, so now it will just read in-person interviews, striking all other language. Any other changes on page 5?
At the, where you have the synopsis, the cumulative / synopsis, what about cumulative space synopsis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got rid of, let's get rid of
So then maybe this should be, report on in-person interviews. Because that's really
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
What did we add in
Survey results. So, Marcy, you want to bring that up?
Where's the black line?
Well, I haven't printed it.
Okay. So the first header was survey results.
It said, here are the survey
It
results.
said, here are the survey results, so we just said survey
Right,
results.
so I'm suggesting if we report on in-person interviews. Oh, I'm sorry, survey results.
In-person interview report?
No, report on.
Report on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving to page 6, not very many changes. This is the original document that was drafted. We added on the first paragraph to Gavin Anderson, comma, Salt Lake County Deputy District Attorney. Should there be a comma after attorney?
I think so.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paragraph 2, we've added the year 2019 after a comma. On third bullet point, we've added a dash or hyphen between 7 members, so it'll be 7- members, and deleted the space. And
I'll check that.
on 1, 2, 3, 4,
It doesn't.
5, on 5, bullet point 5, we've added governing body after elected, so the statement will read, the administrator was seen as a buffer between county departments and elected governing body officials who may change every 4 years.
Question, since we're clarifying manager versus administrator. I mean, I don't know if it was administrator they were looking for or management. Or, if it,
Well, they want a buffer, that's what they said, that's what we were putting.
I'm just saying the word administrator is not what this
Oh,
body is
so let's say
recommending.
manager.
No, they're saying past tense. So they were
Was-
commenting on you.
was seen.
The administrator was seen.
Was.
So you were seen as being a buffer between county departments and elected governing
Okay.
body
No,
officials.
No, Ruth's right on this.
You were asking them their input, and they didn't say
Right, and they
theoretically in the future,
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
It's in the future.
or were they commenting on Ruth being
No.
a
Talking
buffer?
about the future.
No, but
That's right.
in the future, do they want an administrator with
They
a
just
commission
wanted a
form?
buffer.
So you say appointed professional administrator in the beginning, and then you say the administrator was seen as, but I just wonder if you guys want to,
So they're saying
Think
was
about that.
very
Get the
important.
terminology right, Walt.
Well, but we didn't distinguish
Right.
between a manager.
Between a
and
manager or an elected.
and they weren't
executive.
distinguishing
No.
between either. Okay.
No,
Okay.
they wanted somebody.
Okay, right.
A flagger would have been fine.
Yeah.
Moving to page 7, the last bullet point, we've struck the language new in parenthetical. On 2 paragraphs below that, we've added the year after May. We've deleted the word we when we put we selected Gavin Anderson. We have changed his title from deputy lowercase to deputy uppercase. And we've added the last sentence that says, as well as advertise the committee on points of law. Advised, sorry.
When we lost the we, it leaves a problem. After soliciting bids and qualifications, Gavin Anderson was selected. Should-
The committee
or the
began
committee
looking for an
selected
individual.
Gavin Anderson.
We already got
Either way.
committee already.
Okay, so Gavin Anderson
Was
The
selected.
committee began looking for independent legal counsel, and after selecting bids and qualifications, selected Gavin Anderson.
Period.
Period. I think it works.
It reads okay.
Yeah.
Then the comma should go. Okay.
He attended, okay, and he, as well as advised the committee on points of law. Then we have a giant line that separates us from one to the other, and we've begun numbering our findings. Any other changes on page 7?
I think committee needs to be capitalized in that, as well as advise the committee on points of law, so I can
Correct.
check for things like that. Also, on that second to bottom bullet point, where it says 60,000 / year, do you want to say that, or do you want to say per year?
Per year. But that's fine, it's fine.
You don't care?
No.
I'll leave it.
Okay, page 8. The next 4 paragraphs are numbered, being 3, 4, 5, 6. Paragraph 4, we've changed determines to determined. On paragraph 6, we've stopped the first sentence capitalized the first letter of the next word, added a comma, deleted an or, and added the final portion of the sentence, comma, or the current elected officials, council members, council administrator, or department heads. Under study committee recommendation, we have added another date and changed the and. We put and August 12th and
And-
deleted an extra space.
I took the liberty.
Study committee meetings.
I took the liberty to add today's meeting since you all still are deliberating.
Okay. Then study committee recommendations, subparagraph 1, we've stricken paragraph 4, and now paragraph 1 reads as follows. Adopt a council manager form of government in which an appointed county manager would oversee all executive branch functions, period. Number 2, instead of elect, we have put adopt a 5-member part-time county council. Number 3 now reads, the council members would consist of 3 members elected at large to council seats A, B, and C, and 2 members elected from districts. District 1 would consist of most of the city of Moab, and District 2 would include all the rest of Grand County, including a small portion of the city of Moab. Next paragraph afterwards, a draft optional plan for Grand County government has been prepared and approved by the committee. It is attached here too, period. The rest of the language is stricken. Yes?
It's obvious, but we should strike number 4, right?
Yes, it's just
yeah.
missing that. Yep. Okay, finally, it ends with the last sentence reading, we have included that date in the draft optional plan, and the committee only recommends, not strongly recommends, that the optional plan be voted on that day instead of the election held on that day. Any changes on page 8?
Questions?
Questions?
So is it considered a draft optional plan until the voters, all the way through till the voters vote, right?
Well, it's a good question. Why not?
Because the title of what you all just signed did not say draft.
That's fine.
Strike draft.
Yes. Once we
Yes, sir.
approve it,
But
it's not draft.
this is Gavin's language. He's the one who put a draft optional plan. So
I guess the only thing that could change is if the county attorney changed.
right, that's right. That is why it's still a draft.
Yeah, but it's approved by the
Okay, I think we better leave it alone since that's Gavin's words.
Okay. Page 9. We have added Chris, but deleted immensely.
Not associated with Chris.
Not necessarily. So those are the changes in that paragraph.
Just another suggestion there. Why not the study committee appreciates the opportunity? So more
Sure.
active.
More direct.
That very big first part of the
Yeah.
sentence.
So it'll read the study committee appreciates the opportunity.
Or its opportunity. Or our opportunity.
This is the first step.
Yeah. The study,
Just appreciates the
maybe
opportunity.
the study committee members. I don't think the committee itself appreciates being the opportunity to be involved. It doesn't really matter. Whatever, dealer's choice, whatever you want.
Appreciates the opportunity.
Okay. So the
Is it
committee.
the study committee or
These-
all study committee members? What do you want? Each study
The
committee
study
member
committee, I'd say the
Study committee. That's
Okay.
fine.
appreciates the opportunity. Okay.
Okay. Next paragraph below, we believe that Grand County will be served instead of we strongly feel. At the end of that paragraph, we have added a comma after report and added a period after optional plan for Grand County government, period. We urge the county electorate, wow, if I could speak, to vote in favor of adopting the new optional plan.
This option. I find.
Well, this is a new optional plan because what we're under now is an optional plan. Anything that's not a
Oh.
three-person commission is an optional plan.
Could you put, okay, yeah, that's fine. In accordance with our statutory duties, we respectfully submit this report and recommendation, including findings, period, striking to the Grand County Council and to the county clerk.
Do you want to can you call it the 2019 optional plan?
Well, we haven't done that anywhere else.
Okay, we'll just leave it.
Attached are the draft optional plan, the district map, and copies of informational materials provided to the public.
Maps.
We amended
Maps.
that to maps and statistics.
And you've added that?
Uh-huh.
The last thing,
Copy.
everyone look at your own individual name, make sure it is spelled right,
It's not on here.
Do you sign above or below?
above.
And a quick question, is it attached to attached to our colon or leave off the colon?
They'll accept either. I don't know. They're shifting towards taking the colon away, but I don't know. I like the colon, but
I do too.
every time I've been using it, Grammarly hates it, so whatever.
Okay.
So, what's the plan now? I go make the changes?
Clean copy.
Clean copy if you would, please.
What?
Clean copy if you would, please.
Clean copy after I make these, that's all you need, is a
Yes.
clean?
Yes, and
Are
then
you
we'll-
guys gonna recess, or what do you
We
think?
need to vote, or we wait for that?
No, you need to have your clean copy.
We're gonna go fix it right now.
But are you gonna recess, or what?
Are we going to recess?
I don't know that we have
Well-
to. Do we have to?
Do we need to,
Do we want to talk about,
If you're gonna talk, your minute taker won't be here, or your
Okay, well,
secretary.
Let's take a recess.
let's
Take a recess.
Who said
how
that?
long do you need?
I move
Judy
we,
says, and Walt seconds.
yep.
Perfect.
I mean,
I don't
2
know.
minutes?
Yeah.
Just
We'll
tell us
say
when you're ready
we
to
haven't
come
been
back.
fine with
Good job.
We say 2 minutes at
I'm starting to take over. Go ahead.
So what time is it?
Time to be
What time
done.
8:20.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I think it's just too much fun. I'm gonna have to
Would
leave.
Pause everything.
Want to go get a burger or not?
Did you ride your bike down here?
I'm not
Huh?
gonna carry that. I will carry her charger home,
Mine's
and
working.
then I'll get my car and take her to her house.
She does the travel council and then she works at Sunset Grill.
Yeah, this is good.
I usually work
Okay, so
late nights.
We're gonna make another
Huh?
9 hours.
Well, it's funny, well, because for a while there, she
Now,
wasn't working,
if
she
he
didn't
doesn't
have a
come
night
home
job.
tonight, come
And
down and wake us up.
I'd be working until 7 o'clock with my office manager. She's like,
I told
do
her
anything?
that you
And I was
guys
like, well,
wanted to put that.
Yeah, but I just
Her
have to wrap
note
these
in
things
the
up,
paper.
and then she'll say,
Well,
well,
I think she should.
maybe it'll be better for
Seriously,
I
three
do. I think,
days week. I can kind of put more heavy time on
think it tells
Monday,
about
Friday,
how hard
Wednesday, and then
and that we work
try to take
together.
the weekends
Yeah,
off.
and
I
it
usually have been
wasn't, we
doing
didn't, we
that.
took it very seriously.
Yeah, oh, I mean,
And we came to a consensus. I mean, really,
That's
there's
the
probably
thing.
two things.
Without me,
we just
I can't get another attorney because
agree
conflict
on,
problems
but
are just,
still,
there's just so
that
many, and then
everybody was
by the time you trade them, then you've just essentially traded a competitor.
Right.
Unless I was mean and
But that's
put in
okay.
a non-compete clause, which would be kind of a nice move.
And Bob didn't do enough.
It wouldn't be, it could just be mean. Somebody moves tomorrow that loves the area, wants to be an attorney down here. I go, well, you've got a non-compete
and
clause,
this
so.
community needs to know that.
So instead I just